So welcome, Mom and Chris. Welcome to Toking Today podcast. If you don't know that your son smokes weed, you do now because we are live on Toking Today.
Oh, first I've heard about it.
Yeah, so breaking the news live here with some chocolate oranges on vaporized from my volcano vaporizer here. So welcome to our podcast, Mom. So cheers. All right. So here it is, Q&A with my mom. What kind of
I feel like this is a roast.
stuff is going through your head right now? Are you a little worried?
Yes, I am. Like I said, I feel like I'm fixing to get roasted on my beer.
Well, let's roast her.
You're a little far from the microphone, so nobody can hear you. So I only have one side of the story right now. But yeah, I don't think I'm gonna roast you. I mean, you came in here already hot, so you know you're feeling the heat. But that's not from me. But why are you worried?
I don't know, just nervous being in front of the camera.
You grew up with me for 18 years. Don't you feel like you can trust me?
I hope this is truth or dare right here.
Truth or dare?
You've never been camera shy before.
We get a little clicking in the headphones. You hearing that?
Yeah, is it? I thought it was Mama clicking.
Mom, are you clicking? Is your microphone on up there?
Say something.
There it is.
There you.
It was Mama clicking up there.
Yeah, because it sounded like a mouse.
Yeah, we have a much clearer background, less background noise in the background now. So your microphone's all the way down now? All right, sorry about that. Yeah, now we hear there's not that static, the ambient noise. Yeah, now we can talk more clearly. So now Mom can be more nervous. It's just her. We just hear her heart beating. Dun 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 dun. And then it's just gonna blow up. All right, Mom. So tell us. I wasn't there when you grew up. So where did you grow up? Tell me something from your childhood. Where were you born at?
I was born in Indiana, and we traveled from Indiana to Alabama. Until I was like about 14, we moved to Louisiana.
So how old were you when you moved to Alabama?
It was back and forth for like the first 13 years of my life.
Was there somebody living down there already, or?
Yeah, we had relatives down there. Just like both of my grandparents were there.
So you're just visiting family down there the whole time?
Mainly, yeah.
Is it because, I mean, obviously
jobs, they would go back to
your mom was a young mom, obviously. I mean, she was 14 years old when she had you, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So I mean, what was that like? I mean, growing up with a mom not much older than you, first off, and then I mean, did you look up to her like a mom?
Yeah, I looked up. Yeah, I did. I didn't realize, when you're a kid like that, you don't realize how young she was. I mean, she didn't tell me that story, when I was real young.
Yeah.
About it. So.
I mean, when you're 5, she's 19.
I know about 5-year-old, you really don't think. But
yeah.
No,
Bro, I'm 19. I can't imagine having a 5-year-old kid. That'd be crazy.
Yeah.
Nowadays it would be, but
that was Nanny, That's your grandma. So you were going back and forth. I mean, was she living with her parents, or?
I think they were just going for like different jobs.
At that young of an age, trying to work and support you and all that. What kind of jobs were they doing?
Well, my mom, when she was expecting me, her and my dad both were. My blood dad were both working at a kind of like Sonic kind of place, I guess you can call it. Like
a car hop type job.
Roller skates, I think.
She actually had to ride. She actually did the roller skates.
The car hop thing.
Yeah.
So I'm not sure about the roller skates.
So that's Nanny, who was
and my dad. Yeah.
They both were doing the car hop thing. Was he like fry cook, and she did the waitressing, or?
No, I don't know. I think they were both car hops, and most of my mom's sisters worked there, the older sisters.
Oh, is that how they got the job?
Probably. There's a lot of family that was involved in that place.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So did you eat a lot of cheeseburgers growing up as a kid?
I remember that. That's how we learned. Actually, that's how we learned how to cook chili 3 ways. That place made the chili 3 ways.
Oh, really? Okay, so it wasn't much like a burger place. It was more like a Southern cooking.
Everything. It was, yeah.
So chili 3 ways, for those who don't know, is something I grew up eating like every 3 days of my life. But it's basically spaghetti noodles, Bush's chili beans, and hamburger meat seasoned with salt and pepper. Maybe we'd get seasoned salt when I got older. I started throwing seasoned salt in there, But it was salt and pepper,
Kind of bland, wasn't it?
red
It
beans,
still is
kidney
bland.
beans, and then spaghetti noodles. And that was chili three ways. So there's no three ways about it or chili. It's it's lazy spaghetti.
It's lazy.
You have 3 different pots, so that's your way of how you want to do it is 3 different ways.
I always made it in one pot.
Well, that's where you went wrong. It's chili 3 ways.
That's three messes. Chili three messes.
It's still bland.
See, he knows how to talk to the microphone. Now, Chris, when you grew up, you didn't move around a lot, but you had a different situation. How old were your parents when you were born?
I don't know. I was the 3rd child in our family, so I'm not quite sure. I was born in 53. I think they got married in 47, but I'm not sure how old they was.
But you were already, so you had oldest was a sister.
My oldest was a sister. Yeah, actually, when she was born, my parents were devout Catholics, and they wasn't married, and she was conceived.
Oh.
And we didn't know that for many years.
That was a family secret, huh?
That was until just now.
Oh, now it's on the air.
Oh, boy.
My sister and my brother discovered it, years later. Wow, when did y'all get married, Mom?
Oh, yeah, start putting it
and
together.
when was you born, Leslie? Put 2 and 2 together, and wow.
Yeah.
Y'all were strict Catholics, too, you shouldn't have been doing that.
So I bet that conception car was in the back of that field back there. I bet it was one of those old cars back there.
Oh, yeah. You never know. You never know.
Yeah. So they on the family farm out there, they had a bunch of old cars, like some Buicks and
Buicks,
Some kind of pickup or old pickup.
A lot of big back seats though,
yeah.
for all those kids. Now you were the 3rd, but there was a lot of kids after you too. How many kids?
Yeah, I had actually there were 7 kids in my family.
Wow.
And 6 of us are still alive. My sister being the oldest, she passed away back in 2007, I think. But yeah, they were Catholics. The Pope said you had to do it, so they procreated
and it helped out for the farm too.
Oh yeah. We always had chores to do, chickens to feed, cows to milk. And,
when growing up with you, I had those stories. Walking to school in the snow and the bike routes.
Oh yeah, 10 miles to go to school in the snow. We had the story going for many years that one of our brothers got killed by a coyote in the back pasture.
So there were 8.
Eaten by a coyote.
Yeah. Number 8 was eaten.
One of the
kids. Yeah.
And one of the kids, Philip's kids, actually believed that story.
I think it was Karen.
Oh yeah.
And she went to school one day telling her teacher
Bring it
about
up a little bit, like
she went to school one
there
day.
You go.
Telling the teacher,
Oh.
one of my dad's brothers got eaten by a coyote in the backyard. And my teacher actually asked my parents, "Wow, that's a sad story."
So the legend carried on.
The legend carried on,
and eventually it worked. Though it didn't work for any of you guys, but eventually it caught on.
Yeah.
Every family reunion, they talked about that story.
Well, it got better with age. It got more believable.
Yeah, sometimes we call him Brother Jed, sometimes he's Brother Ralph. We couldn't keep his name right, but
that's funny.
But yeah, that's
now. Now Grandpa was old school. You guys used to go rock hunting, load up the car, and just go travel and stuff. And I remember as pastor, I would go out looking for buried money out there with the metal detector.
Uh-huh.
That was another one of those legends out there. Was that ever the case? Did he have some coffee cans out there?
We were told
may
that.
have it.
We were told that ourselves.
Was there ever a treasure map?
I think he did. I think he did have a buried can. He kept money out there, mainly because it was tax free. He didn't want the government to know about it, so he kept his cash flow out there.
But nobody knows where it's at, huh?
I don't know. It may still be out there. I don't know if it's been dug up or not. But there may be all kinds of cans buried out there.
That's what I thought. Yeah.
So it might be worth going back out there. Greg's got the farm.
That's what I say. It's still in the family at least.
Still in the family, yeah.
Do they still do the 4th of July?
Well, we have up till the last couple years.
It's dwindled down to.
Dwindled down. It used to be a very big thing, though. You had 50 people out there.
I remember that. It's
on all the fireworks. Kevin bringing out. The big
I
truck.
remember the first year he actually did the fireworks, and we actually did he actually brought a truckload, and we did it right.
They did that about every year.
Just about every year.
Dump it out there. Amazing, nobody got hurt.
Well, I tried.
Well, Michael did Michael's shirt got caught on fire.
Oh yeah, because that mom was holding him, and then the firework. It wasn't one I lit, but I was out in the pasture, and there was the big festival balls that go up in the air.
Oh yeah.
The tube fell over and it shot right at you
scared,
guys. Yeah, I remember that.
Well, I called one time. I was in Alabama, and you had Nick there when he was 4, and I called to talk to him. They said, they're not here. I'm like, why isn't he? You know, July 4th. Where? Well, they're at the hospital. I'm like, what? And Nick got hurt. The only time he's ever got hurt out there on 4th of July, and I wasn't there. And
Nick being my stepbrother.
Your brother. Yeah.
Half brother. Yeah.
Half brother, not stepbrother.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
I was clarifying for the 2 viewers that we have right now.
2 viewers.
Well, anyway, he bent down, and a weed stuck in his eye, and all they did was see the blood.
Yeah. He's got a stick stuck in his eye.
So it wasn't bad.
So his 4th of July injury was the most nerdiest thing he could do.
Yeah.
Well, he's 4.
I think it was an actual sparkler, though.
Really? I don't know. That's just the story I was told.
It was the wire.
Yeah, something stuck in
wow.
his eye.
Yeah.
We had to rush him to the.
Because he had it in his hand or whatever, and it went down.
Yeah, he bent down and.
Yeah.
Fortunately, it didn't. You know, it got the
Didn't
white of his
damage
eye.
him.
It didn't get the dark colored part of the eye, so he didn't lose any eyesight or anything. But very lucky.
That's
just the gushy part.
Yeah, just the gushy part.
I'm just, it's amazing that
radar.
of all the 50 kids we had out there every year, nobody really got hurt,
Right.
fingers blown off or anything, because there was a lot of gunpowder going on.
Well, yeah, I made
there.
a bunch of
A
homemade
lot of
stuff
people
because there'd be so much stuff in boxes without labels on it. So like you don't know if it goes in the air or on the ground. So I just take it apart and stick it in like a bigger cardboard tube and
Make it bigger and better.
Yeah, as much as I could. I remember when I was a kid, I used to make homemade fireworks all the time. I don't know if you guys know these stories, but I'll tell you one. So I used to get the film canisters, the little black film canisters with the lid,
I remember that.
and I'd fill them up with like stuff from like the festival balls and whatever fountains I could find, and I would take a bottle rocket fuse and stick that in the top, and then light it, and the pressure from it would pop the cap off, and it all fuzz out.
Uh-huh.
Well, one time the neighbors were gone on vacation.
Where were we?
You guys were. I was a latchkey kid. You guys gotta remember this. That you guys were at work a lot of times, and I had.
What city was?
Oh, this is in Weatherford. So.
Weatherford, okay.
Yeah. So the neighbors, the Smiths, Stephen Smith was the kid, and
Yeah.
So they were
And
they were
Sarah,
gone on vacation, and I was up on our swing set, and I lit one of these things off, and it popped, and it all went down, and it was cool. And I kept on hearing crackling. It was still crackling. I don't see where it's crackling, and I look over next door, and the whole backyard's on fire. Like the whole backyard is like really big. So I'm like with the hose, just like spraying over the fence as hard as I can, spraying the hose.
Wow.
And it goes out. But there was a huge burnt spot on their backyard. I know they came over vacation. It's right up against our fence, but they never said anything. They never said anything.
I don't remember that at all.
Yeah.
The first time I heard the story.
So
Or knew about the grass even.
another thing that came to my mind was things that most kids don't get into that I got into was lasers.
Yes, I remember.
And
coming out.
I had a really big laser one time, and my friend Richard Bagby was over spending the night. He might be watching, but he came over, and I was showing him the laser, and we're shining it like all the way down, like across the neighborhood. And I was just showing how far it goes. Like showing on houses and the field and everything we could shine it on. And this jogger guy was running by, and I was like shining on his jacket, and just like just whatever. And then we put it away, and we go for a walk down to the corner store. We're gonna play Mortal Kombat down there and get some slushies. And on the way back, Chris goes, "What the hell were you guys doing?" Because like, apparently the cops came while we were gone. Like we left.
Oh.
So I don't know what actually happened there, but I got the gist of it when I got back. Pretty good.
I remember that.
Yes.
Yeah.
And there was 2 times in Weatherford the police was at the house unexpectedly to us. The other time, I think it was the first time we let you babysit Nick. And we come up, and the policemen are talking to you guys. You guys are up at the porch. And I don't know, you threatened to call 911 or something on him or something?
Oh, I actually pushed I didn't actually. I went 9-1 and I hung up, but they can still trace that.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I didn't know that. So I actually hit 911. I threatened him because he was being a jerk. So I told him I'm gonna call the cops on him. And so I hit 911 and hung up, and then I pretended like I was talking to them like I was talking to the cops and whatever. And then I guess by the time they got out there, Mom got home.
Oh.
Wonderful childhood memories.
Yeah. Well, it's like I keep these kids in line, you know. I mean, you weren't disciplining them. Somebody had to do something. People are asking questions, so I'm answering their questions online here. One's asking if my parents are high, and I'm telling them, Eric, I cannot say for sure. I was not here the whole time.
That's funny. That's a good answer, too.
That's a good answer.
Yeah, so there you go. There's the answer.
No incrimination there.
But the bag is on my side of the table if anybody wants to know for sure. So I cannot say if I am high for sure or not either, but to witnesses it may appear so. So, yes, but I am vaporizing the volcano vaporizer. We have some sponsors coming up with the volcano vaporizer we're going to be airing on Toking Today. So stay tuned for those when we have some guests. I think tomorrow morning, Michael Weiser from Normal, Arizona will be here in studio at 10 a.m. So after you guys tonight, I have a podcast in the morning. So we're going to be debuting some new products.
I know that guy. We know that guy.
I think you know Michael. I mean, everybody knows Michael.
Well,
yeah.
But yeah, you met him.
do.
Yeah. He's the deputy director of state of Arizona Normal.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think when he was with us,
Okay,
they
is that the guy
visited.
that stayed with you for a while?
Oh yeah. So you came down while he was staying in
Yeah.
our place. Yeah.
Uh-huh.
So he has a place up in Kingman. Yeah. So way up there, and he does all of his political work down here in Phoenix. So he needs places to crash when he's down here working. So we gave him a room while he was doing that. But he's got a place in Central Phoenix now that is another director of Normal who he stays with, and they have a little band together. They play guitar and stuff. So somebody more talented than me, you know, that to hang out with. But yeah.
Well, we're flying back to Florida tomorrow too.
Yeah.
So we're gonna miss out on
So
that.
what is Sarasota, Florida like, and why the hell did you end up there?
Well, you want to answer that, or?
Go ahead.
Well, we just, I decided basically that I was ready for some warm weather because we lived overseas for 11 years, where the temperature was 120 degrees every day in the Middle East. And we'd come back to Oklahoma and the oil field kind of crashed, and, the job situation wasn't real good. And I was about ready to retire anyhow. So I just decided that we're going to live somewhere where the weather's warm.
So Florida,
sold the house.
Didn't know anyone here.
The weather's warm here, and you know people here. You know that, right?
Yeah, I know, but we wanted some nice warm
we
ocean water.
Yeah, I understand that.
I mean, your ocean is
it's very cold over there. Yes, I agree.
And it's very far away.
Yes.
But actually, this place did come across our mind.
No, I understand. And plus, we're not very permanent here. We're always talking about moving, so it makes sense.
Well, that's just like our other son Nick. Portland. He was up in Portland. He wanted us to move to Portland. And
that'd be terrible.
Yeah.
We'd be stuck in Portland with no family.
Yeah.
So.
Then he moves to Las Vegas here last year,
which is still pretty terrible.
So we'd still be up in Portland now by ourselves.
Yeah.
No, we just we enjoyed the nice Gulf of Mexico water, get out on the beaches, and just enjoy the.
Have you been in the water much down there?
Oh yeah. We were going quite a bit there.
Yeah, the first year and a half.
First year, and we try to get out there every chance we get in the summertime.
Right. You do any fishing out there? I know we
haven't done any fishing.
We used to fish a lot when we were
kids. We talk about it all the time, but we've never done it yet.
We just enjoy, people watching and go out there and get in the water and where it's nice and warm.
We used to live on that lake in Greenwood, Arkansas.
Yeah.
I used to do a lot of fishing out there. You fished with me out there.
Oh yeah. They actually they used to water ski on that little lake.
Yeah, it wasn't that little.
You had a friend that his dad had a boat out there.
Yeah, but I used to swim across that lake until it had a lot of snakes in it.
Yeah,
they got a lot of snakes.
Moccasins.
Yeah. I didn't know if they had them when I was swimming in it at the time.
They probably did.
Yeah, they became more prevalent later. But I remember one year I sold door-to-door wrapping paper and saved up for a raft.
Yes, and you used that thing, that rowing. It was like a 2-person raft.
Yeah, I used that. I fished out of that thing all the time.
You wore that thing out.
Yeah.
I remember your friend across the road from us, not really a street. You guys lost his 3-wheeler or a 4-wheeler down there in the water. Like a life-size one, they got away from you guys. You don't remember that?
I don't remember that. I think that's maybe one of your mom's stories. Yeah, that didn't happen during my lifetime.
Okay.
No, I know the kid you're talking about. I know the 4-wheeler, but I don't remember that situation. I remember rowing my own raft in the lake, and I remember swimming in the lake, but I don't remember crashing a 4-wheeler in the lake.
Yeah, that was nice. I could come home from work and throw my fishing line in the lake and mow my yard at the same time. Kind of watch my bobber.
And they stocked it with fish. They actually put fish in there. Yeah, there was a lot of good fish in there. Like you said, it was big enough to water ski on. So
And Grandpa Johnny brought a boat down there, and we had a boat down there of his the whole time we lived there.
come closer to the mic. Stop relaxing so much.
Sorry.
Yeah. I'm gonna lock your chair so you can't lean back.
Or turn around.
But Grandpa Johnny came down with his boat, huh?
He left us a boat
we
there,
left his
small
boat
boat.
down there for a while.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I remember that now.
Yeah, I liked Arkansas. It was nice. I thought
Yeah.
it sure beat liberal Kansas, where we come from.
Yeah.
Two country five.
April's grandparents recently passed not too long ago, but they left the family some land in Arkansas and trying to figure out what they're going to do with it, and it'll be interesting to see.
How far from like Fort Smith?
Where are they at, April? You want to turn on your mic? We can hear you.
Way south, like southern border.
So like more like towards Texas side,
I
like
think so.
yeah, so like
Well, it might be
southwest.
someplace where you might want to go homestead there, Chad. And
Well, she wanted their old cabin there, but it had a lot of work to be done. But
That thing was gigantic.
it only sold for like $45,000 or something.
Really?
Yeah,
it
what
was a little smaller than this house.
really,
yeah,
how much land was there?
a lot.
A lot.
So they sold the house in 5 acres with it,
Okay.
right?
Yeah.
It's 5 acres that they got,
and then
and then you guys have
180, I think.
you still have 180 acres in Arkansas.
Boy, you could do a lot on 100
Yeah,
acres.
Wow.
there's
Yeah.
timberland. There's a lot of hemp. There's legal hemp there. Then also they have medical marijuana as well. So there's a lot of options, just agricultural wise that we're looking at. But Jenny and April are trying to figure out some options. with
Well,
that.
you know that story you were telling us that your next plan.
The microphone.
Sorry.
Yeah, we don't want to lay out trade secrets yet on the
No, I'm not saying,
on the
but
air here.
well, I'm just wondering if you thought about that idea.
Yeah, no. So we are trying to get back to Oklahoma, and we are looking at options out in Arkansas as well. But the weather and the land, obviously, it costs a lot to get it ready.
Yeah.
So
But you got a lot of land there, but you
Yeah.
can do a lot with it.
yeah, just clearing a little bit of it, or to pay for a little bit of it. To
Yeah.
you know,
Well, they buy that timber.
Yeah,
you know,
that's what
so it-
that's what her grandparents made all their money on, was just clearing that land. They would just do scheduled
Yeah,
clearing.
we know some people have
Yeah,
to do
put a
that.
lot of greenhouses on that.
yeah. So they clear that hemp a little bit faster. Yeah. It's definitely-
Do they have medical marijuana?
They have hemp and medical marijuana there in Arkansas. Medical marijuana just started. They passed it years ago, and then they just finally implemented the letting people licensed grows happen. Do
Did
they
you-
have dispensaries, April? Do you know? I think it's just licensed grows right now. So I don't know what they're doing with
So they
it.
don't have recreational there.
No,
They
no,
just
it's
have
medical
that.
marijuana.
Yeah.
Haley's over here. She's every once in a while. There she is. So, what kind of questions do you have for your grandparents that you would like to?
Oh yeah,
No.
because I prepared.
Yeah,
I knew.
we were gonna do this. What did you guys do today? You went and got some new body alterations.
Yeah, we got some modifications.
Yeah.
I got a ear piercing where this
I can
headphone
tell you
is
exactly
hurting.
what they did today. Let me pull up my bank account.
Yeah. Step by step here. What?
I got my helix pierced, and she got a tattoo.
She got the helix pierced with the new headphones on.
So
So
think
she,
about it, grandma getting a tattoo at her age.
yeah.
Hey.
What do you think about your grandma getting a
Jimmy
tattoo?
just got a tattoo.
That's-
The other grandma just got
that's
a
what we're gonna
tattoo
say, so-
a week before.
Yeah.
Haley just got a tattoo with her other grandma last week, and now she's getting her ear pierced with this grandma. Hopefully, my dad doesn't get married, getting more grandmas up in here, getting you more piercings and tattoos up in. So what do you think about all these? Try to be hip grandmas.
No, it was cool. And then
Try to be. It comes natural.
yeah, we got the piercing, and then she got me a bat and
A
a
bat.
coyote.
A bat in glass, right?
Yeah,
And a coyote skull. I
yeah.
saw a hole in the back of the coyote skull. Is that a bullet hole in its skull?
That's what
That's
I
what
was-
she thinks.
So
I
did
thought
they
somebody
kill that
dropped
skull? Because you're not supposed to get murdered
But
animals,
they
right?
kill coyotes all the time.
Yeah, but I think to legally have it, it has to die naturally. I'm not 100% sure on that.
I think it looks like it. I think it was dropped. I think.
She thinks
That's why
that skull was dropped, but
Yeah.
you don't know.
It
It looks
looked
like
pretty
a bullet hole
round.
to me.
I thought, oh, yeah, that was pretty round.
But like the way it cracked.
Well, let me shoot you and see what happens. It's gonna. I think
That's on air.
It's not gonna be a little hole. It's gonna be a crack. It's gonna be more.
But I feel like it would go like
the forensics. You gotta watch more Cold Case.
but it's straight.
It was probably just a 22. You know, it was
Yeah, they're killing coyotes.
Yeah,
She gets too
just little-
relaxed.
Just
See how he's sitting. See how she's sitting. See how I'm sitting.
I don't want this thing in my mouth. I mean,
Well, that's another topic, and you probably shouldn't talk about it with your
We're
son.
not going to discuss that on
oh
Yeah.
my
this
God,
podcast.
yeah, I opened my mouth for that one. Yeah, okay.
So, anyways,
How much more time do we have left?
yeah, you want to talk in the front of it. So you
Like
Okay.
this.
cup the balls and the front.
No. She got mad at my joke on Instagram. I shared this picture.
I got mad.
No, you didn't get mad, but she was like, "That's my grand." But I shared this thing at the marketplace. It's this golf thing, and it said foreplay.
Yeah.
And I said, "I love golf."
That's what I saw that picture and I was like, oh, that's from the thing. I didn't put two and two together that you actually went to the flea market today. I thought that you got it from somewhere. I don't know what I was thinking, but you guys went to that
So that
big
was one place we went to. Yes.
the big flea market over here off of here in Mesa. This is a little hidden gem. I don't know what it's called.
Mama
but-
knows.
Well, what's
called
it
the
called?
marketplace, isn't it?
Mesa Swamp Meat Marketplace.
She doesn't know either. But
The parking lot is kind of awful.
It's
good guess.
the marketplace.
it's a big U shape parking lot, but the place is huge. There's at least 400 vendors, I would say, right?
Oh yeah.
Dude,
At
we only
least.
went to one tent and we went halfway.
We went
It's
down one.
you can't
yeah.
get through it in a day. This place is huge. If you like swap meets and flea markets, that type of thing, they got some pretty cool shit out there. Those shirts I got you, they have a designer tent over there.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that's where we got those shirts. Those are
Okay. I'm
from
wearing-
Italy.
I'm
but
wearing
they're
that one home, the long sleeve one with the
the
with
butterfly
holes
one.
through it.
Yeah.
I'm wearing that on the plane tomorrow.
Yeah, they have some pretty cool stuff there.
Thank you. It's pretty.
It's pretty interesting. April's mom found a bunch of stuff there. She brought home with her. She went Christmas shopping, but ended up buying home shopping stuff. She
Yeah.
found.
We saw the bed sheets that she got.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty close.
What is it?
Mesa Marketplace Swap Meet.
There it is.
Well,
Mesa
yeah.
Marketplace
Yeah,
Swap
from
Meet.
a home shopping channel.
Hey, yeah.
You remember our first computer we got from
Yeah.
Weatherford?
Yeah.
HBC
Home
or something
shopping.
like QVC or something like
Home
that.
shopping channel on TV.
We it was a I don't remember what kind, but it had
Oh,
like
it was high class and it had DOS. I mean, it was
yeah, it was
DOS, yeah.
486 seems right, but I can't remember. But it was a PC, and it had I remember it had the big floppy and it had the small, the 3.5,
Right.
which was the new thing
yeah,
because nobody really had the 3.5 yet.
yeah. That was
Yeah,
the big one there.
Yeah, so that we were ahead of the game. We were the first
We're
family.
up
Only
middle
the
class.
best.
Yeah. So we bought that off the Home Shopping Network on
Latest and the
TV.
greatest.
Have you bought anything else off that?
No, I haven't.
So you just bought the one computer.
Well, I'm buying Amazon stuff now.
yeah.
You
But they still have QVC. They still have the Home Shopping
That's
channel.
what Shark
Oh,
Tank
really?
Yeah,
talks
yeah.
about
That
all
one
the time.
chick, Lori Brennan, or
Yeah.
what's
She's
her
on
name?
Shark Tank, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
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 She's
I
the
think
queen
I'd
of
give-
QVC.
$1,900 for that.
Yeah, it was expensive as fuck.
Oh,
Yeah, it was like
$1,900.
$2,000 computer. It doesn't have a CD-ROM. No, it did have a CD-ROM. It did.
It did
Yeah,
have a
yeah.
Yeah, I think
CD-ROM,
it did.
Yeah, that's right. Because they had the 3.5 and the CD-ROM. That's right.
Yeah.
We were ahead of everybody. Yeah.
I was top of the line, man.
Yeah.
Didn't know how to run it. Yeah, I remember we had our friends come over. What's his name?
Ken and Misty.
Ken and Miss
Clifton.
Yeah.
Ken come over.
You guys
and
have-
kinda set it up for
Knew
me.
them for a while.
Yeah, they're on our Facebook.
Are they still on your Facebook? Yeah.
They just hooked up with us.
They might be listening to us on your
It's also-
podcast there.
I don't know, man. Not very many people are listening to us, but Eric West says Natural Hip Grandmas is a cool band name. So, kind of like what we say. We always come up with cool band names. Like we'll say something like that'd be a good band name.
Oh, Robots on Bar Stools is my favorite.
Oh, that's a good one.
Robots on Bar Stools. Yeah.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah, we'll be like, oh, that's your autobiography title, or
Yeah, I have my phone notes is just like random phrases like
T-shirt
that.
ideas. We have so many T-shirt
There's-
ideas. just pages of T-shirt ideas. That I'll be like, Haley, take this down, and I'll just tell her, and we'll sew up.
Notebooks full of them.
Yeah, I come up with too many fucking ideas all the
So
time.
that's gonna be your next business venture, is it?
No
T-shirts.
No.
It was gonna be, and then he gave up.
Well, because okay, here was the option. I could either have bought a direct-to-garment fabric printer, or start a podcast. So you guys would either be wearing my T-shirts right now, or on air. Yeah. So my mom's waiting her tits. Which one is the best version?
You do editing, right?
This is live.
This live.
We have two people watching you do that. On air.
This is a family
Okay,
show.
I'm
too.
done.
So, I don't know if April had you on camera. So there's the option that she might not have had you in frame, but we can see. See, nobody even saw it.
Nobody thought you're
But
right.
but now everybody knows because we
Now everybody knows.
Yeah, just imagine that sick picture.
There you go.
So tell us about your adventures there, Chad.
Oh,
What are you going to be doing this year, 2020?
I think 2020 is gonna be good. We have some pretty good hopes in the works. Trying to get back into the actual medical marijuana industry. Looking at getting into Oklahoma. We have a pretty good option. An old friend of mine from California is coming down hopefully this week to discuss producing and growing in Oklahoma and getting back to our roots and growing some good roots.
Mm-hmm.
The cannabis industry was good to us in California, but when we got here to Arizona, it was a different mindset. There's a lot of business owners, and everybody wants to take your ideas and apply them to their own businesses. So there was not a very loving atmosphere here. So we ran into I put a lot of trust into a lot of people here that didn't work out so well. So I'm looking forward to putting that behind me and getting back into the love of doing what we do. And I think the partner we're talking to this week has the same excuse me, the same kind of mindset that we
passion.
have. Yeah, he really cares about the plant and the patients.
Same morals.
Yeah, that's where we come from. We came from the patient. That's why we started the cannabis college. Herbal Risings Cannabis College was there to educate bud tenders on patient care, so that the patients walked out of the dispensaries knowing more than they came in knowing, and got the right products for their actual ailments. These people are sick. They're needing help. They need relief, whether it's from migraines or just the relief from their day at work, thing stressed out. Coming home with their kids. Trying to deal with that. They might need a good medication to relax them, and not a Xanax or some other pill over the counter, where they can just smoke a bowl in their car before they go inside and deal with it. Deal with the kids. And it kind of brings everything down to a good level for them. If you give them the wrong medication, it can bring it to the wrong level for them. Give them a high anxiety, give them a racing heart, and they're going to take that stress from their work, and it's going to amplify that, and they're going to take it on their kids, and they're trying not to do that. And so having a good educated bud tender and understanding those scenarios and giving the right medication for those scenarios is what our passion has always been, and that's when we started at college. That's why we started the CBD dispensaries, because you can get CBD in a smoke shop, at a gas station, anywhere. But people come to us because the education, the products we have, they know that we personally use them, that we test them, that they're quality products, and that we know what we're recommending to them is going to help relieve what they're looking to relieve. And that's why people come to us, and that's what's always been. So we're going to take that knowledge and that passion, and we're going to apply that to a legal cannabis market in Oklahoma. Here, I can't do that. It's millions and millions of dollars to get into the legal cannabis market in Arizona.
And it's like a lottery, right? Yeah,
it's a monopoly
maybe.
law. It's not a monopoly, but it's an oligopoly. I mean, there's only a few people that actually run this.
So do you see yourself actually moving back into Oklahoma once the business?
I don't think April sees us moving back to Oklahoma. I don't think that's gonna work. The weather just is too much for us. But we've always been about employing families and good, hardworking people, and if they'll work with us, we'll work with them, and if we can find good quality people out there, we'll find good quality people and make them part of the family. But we'll be down there working, doing what it takes. But I think home base will be more in this area.
Right.
Yeah.
But
so we'll be around, but Arizona has been good to us for the CBD, but being pioneers in the industry is tough because everybody looks at you for advice and ways of doing things, and then they have the money to do it better.
Right.
So
Yeah.
being first is not always the best.
Right.
So
Talk about snakes.
yeah, there's definitely a few snakes in the grass here, and there's not much grass here. So
Yeah, snakes in the water. There's no water. So
there's definitely they're looking for places to hide.
Yeah.
Yeah, the
So,
cannabis
Haley, do
industry
you
definitely.
consider yourself being from Oklahoma or being from Arizona?
California or Alabama.
I say I'm from everywhere, but I say I'm from Oklahoma.
Oklahoma?
Okie from
So
Muskogee.
you lived in Oklahoma till
I
how
heard
old?
somebody else say that. The sock guy that sold me socks today. He said that. I've
Yes,
never
he
heard
did.
that phrase.
You've
It's
never
a
heard
song.
Okie from
It's a
Muskogee?
song.
I've
Merle
never
Haggard, the
heard
song.
that.
I'm
Oh my
proud
gosh.
to be an Okie
Okay.
from Muskogee.
Oh my God.
How's it go? What's the second line?
Place where even squares can have a ball.
Nice. There you go. See,
Have Siri play it.
I got them hooked on the HomePod. If you guys don't have
That's
a
what
HomePod, you should definitely get a
Grandma-
HomePod.
Grandma was like, I'm getting myself a home pod.
So-
Does she too? Listen to music.
Apple
He's
needs to
obsessed
sponsor
by it
this
now,
podcast.
so, yes.
We need some HomePods for these guests because everybody who comes to our house and says, "Hey Siri, play my favorite music," and it does, they freak the fuck out and want one. So we need to be getting commission on this. We have 3 of them.
Dude, they're like $200.
They're $300. Yeah, that's $299, but they're pretty good. It's not like Alexa or Google where it's always listening, and it'll tell you. It'll say you can ask it, "Hey Siri, are you listening to me?" And it'll tell you it respects your privacy. It only listens when you say, "Hey Siri," which is very, very cool and very important to me.
But are you sure?
Well, I mean, as much as I can trust a robot, I'm going to trust it because supposedly they don't lie to us. But supposedly it's not like the government, we were talking about being in business the other day and paying taxes and all the benefits of being a business owner and the disbenefits of being a W-2 employee. And I was just thinking that that really only recently started happening, and that's because of back in the day, presidents used to be hardworking Americans. They used to go to the farm, they used to go to war, etc. They're business owners now. They're businessmen. They want to make sure they have all those breaks. They want to make sure they get all those taxes.
She took a picture of the Trump Tower when you were there in
Yeah,
Vegas.
yeah. See, that's he's not gonna. He gotta make sure that he has as much tax breaks as possible. So yeah, I think that's why it's been better to us to be in business for ourselves recently is because of those administrations making sure that they're looking out for themselves too. So being a self-employed business owner is definitely the time to do it right now. But they give you a lot of benefits to open up a business and be self-employed and whatnot. Yeah. So back to retirement, though, not being self-employed. You talk about doing your investments and playing the stock market. I mean, what's some good stock advice for somebody who hopes to have some money someday?
Well, all I can say is I come up, working all my life and invested in 401.
Your 401k is
my 401k, yeah, and I put as much as I could in there for 30 years, and the stock market goes up and down, but over the course of 30, 40 years, it does have a
Long-term
investment.
So 401k is a safe, secure place.
Well, it is mainly because you're putting part of your check in there, and the employer is matching it.
Are they now?
Part in it.
As an employer, I don't know if I like that.
I mean, they're not matching it dollar for dollar, but I would, you put in 6% and they may match 5% or something.
So it's like a bonus to your salary, though.
Yeah, right.
Okay.
And it's tax deferred. You don't pay any taxes on it till you pull it out.
But you still pay it eventually.
Eventually, you do. Yeah.
So if you pull out in the Cayman Islands, do you have to pay taxes on it there?
I don't know. I haven't tried that yet.
You should look into Trump tax breaks.
Trump scheme and see how he does it. Huh?
It's not a scheme. It's law. It's written in there.
Well, he's not in jail, so he must be doing something right.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't want the job. That's for sure.
Yeah.
But
I don't either.
Yeah. And in Florida, you got a lot of Trump fans.
It's a conservative state for the most part. Florida, Alabama, Oklahoma.
Yeah,
it's very conservative. Well, you're going to find out.
Well,
back in there.
I think the cannabis has really opened that up. I know Oklahoma used to be felony. People get life for joints and stuff. And it seems like now everywhere you look, they have last time I checked, they had 1,800 open medical marijuana dispensaries and so many CBD dispensaries.
Yeah.
It's just
Where,
overran.
in all Oklahoma?
Yeah, it's really, really saturated in Oklahoma.
But you
Dude,
can still be conservative and have that. I mean, the conservatives are not necessarily against medical marijuana.
Okay, so as a conservative, why would you vote for medical or cannabis in general? What do you think could be some?
Well, I think it's good. I think it's healthy for people that, especially people that need it.
Yeah.
It probably beats taking pills and other
Speaking of
medicating
someone
with
who
other
takes a
drugs.
lot of pills,
Yeah.
if you take those for so many years, your organs finally shut down. I mean, everyone knows that. That's what happens. And if I could find something that I know that really does medically help me, feel better and things, I think I much rather would do that, see that come legal, than take something that's going to shut my organs down eventually one day. And
Right.
have an early death anyway.
And that's something that cannabis has been shown. It actually rebuilds like liver. There's so many things that helps rebuild and regenerate more than destroy and degenerate, deteriorate. So I definitely, that's definitely a great point. As your generation starts coming up, I see a lot of the customers coming into the CBD dispensary, starting to feel better and whatnot, and then looking into the cannabis as well and the medical marijuana, just because there's a full relief to everything. The relief that CBD gives is great, but when you start getting that relaxation where you don't have to have a drink at the end of the night to chill out or those types of things, it definitely adds longevity to your life. Those things that would normally take away life years, you can put away and get those times back.
I don't know. Brenda wants to share her fibromyalgia or anything like that, but she's had that for.
Now you've been using the CBD creams and the tinctures and stuff. Has that been helping with your fibromyalgia?
Yep. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
She was talking about to a customer today, or a patient today, about how she had 2 back surgeries and that the cream helped.
The salves that we. Which one do you use?
I have, it's the orange chocolate for sure.
Oh, the chocolate sunrise.
Yeah. And there's the one is a blue. It's dark blue, I think.
Oh,
I can't remember
the
the
kratom
names.
one, I think, the special K.
So I think one's like a 500, and then I got a 2 and a 1.
Yeah.
Yes, we got demonstrations.
I definitely have that one.
Yeah,
No,
the chocolate rose.
Oh no, I'm sorry.
So
Kept
I just
smelling
seen the
that one
smell.
today.
This is the full spectrum one. This is 800 milligrams of CBD, but it's also got a
No, I think
CBDV, CBG, CBC, and then it's also got a little bit of THC, and it's whatever the actual whole plant has.
I
But
don't
you can
think.
have that one.
Oh, thank you. I think the highest I have at home is a 500 milligram.
Well, that's an 800.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I was
Now,
sniffing
do
this
you
one
give
today.
all your podcast members a free jar
Yeah.
of that,
Some-
or
some-
just families?
Some of them get weed. Some of them they get. There's just different things. We try to give somebody something to everybody, but I forget sometimes too.
Sometimes a free T-shirt.
And
maybe?
sometimes they bring stuff to me.
They
Like
don't have T-shirts, so they can't give you a T-shirt because
I've gotten a few gifts. On the other side of there's that sculpture there, that black and red thing there.
I'll be the
No, right in front of that.
this here.
Yeah, that.
Oh wow.
So this was some art made by one of our guests for our podcast. As you can
Wow.
see, it's got a podcast theme to it, but it's got some creepiness to it.
Yeah,
So,
I just noticed that's doll heads.
Yeah,
huh?
that was during
Okay.
our Halloween podcast. So we haven't posted that show yet. I'm editing it, saving it, but we that is from that show. So hopefully that'll be coming up here soon.
Have you had Dr. Phil on your podcast yet?
Not yet. I don't know if the baby head sculptures are pro Dr. Phil or if they're going to keep him away. But we have had a couple of people come in. Jamie Kennedy was very close to coming on the show. He was. We went down and saw him. He was with another friend of ours from Los Angeles, and the other friend was going to come do the show. And we're talking to Jamie Kennedy at his show, and he was almost like 80% down, but he was saying that Frank Caliendo was going to have him on his podcast too. So I don't know if he went and did Frank's show, or if he skipped us both or not. But Frank Caliendo is here in Arizona as well, and he gets a lot of the comedians on his podcast. So I'm gonna try to start getting some of that spilled over here and start getting them in.
You know some comedians out there.
Yeah. No, we have a lot of Los Angeles comedians that come through here. That
we had a few.
Yeah. So we'll have more on the show. We had a couple already on the show, but we'll have some more. And as it builds up, they don't want to just talk to nobody. They want some viewers out there. So right now we have one viewer watching us live. So,
but also this is a much different time.
Yeah. So
When do you usually do this?
all different times. The great thing about the podcast is once it's cut and put online, you can listen to it any time. So it's whenever people want to listen to it. Right now, the one person's enjoying this banter, but eventually, it'll be downloaded millions. However many times people download this one.
You'll be a movie star, Brenda.
You'll be air star. You'll be earbud star.
Yeah, there'll be people calling you.
They've always said you had a face for radio. So.
Oh, that's
this is a good one.
that was terrible to say to your mother.
It's on video though, so it's like.
I'm just kidding. So your mom was 14 years older than you, but you were 18 years older than me. Was that tough on you?
No, not really. I really wanted a child, and I thought I was a great mother. I mean, I wanted to have you.
Oh yeah.
It was a choice, I mean, I was married.
Uh-huh.
Let's forget that. Yeah, let's get that off there. I was married.
You was married.
Yes.
At 18 years old.
I was
18 years
17.
old.
Had you at 18.
So you were married at 17 because you got pregnant?
No.
Yeah.
Just got married.
That's a southern thing to do.
Well, I don't know. I'm from the north.
I hate to tell you this, but you were adopted.
I've met him.
Yeah, you can tell by the mustache.
I was born with this mustache. Yeah. That's how they did it, was me.
Oh, you wanted to ask him a question earlier.
Who?
Yeah.
He asked me.
No.
You wanted to ask him how old he was.
Yeah, I think the question off air was when the first time I got high was. When the first time when the first time I got high was your question, right?
Right.
I said we should wait till we're on air.
I
to
asked
talk
the same
about
question to your brother the other day too. So
Well, I'll answer his question after that and see what, because I'll tell you his answer and see if it matches my answer.
Okay.
Anyways, so the first time I remember getting high was I remember coming home stoned. I came and sat down in the lounge chair. So we had a couch against the stairs over there. Then we had a couch over here by the window, and then we had that chair, right?
You're talking about
Edmond.
Edmond.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I wasn't 15. Yeah, I was like,
Edmond, Oklahoma.
yeah, I was 16. I was working at Taco Mayo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I remember those days.
16, 17-ish, working at Taco Mayo, and I came home absolutely stoned, like just really high. First time I've ever been high.
Did you have super red eyes?
Because I stopped off and got.
Is that the first time you
Visine.
smoked, or the first time you got high?
This is the first time I got high. The reason I'm stating that is because I smoked several times before this with these guys, and didn't do anything. But I was doing it wrong, and they made it a point to tell me I was doing it wrong.
What did you just go?
Yeah, I was holding it in my mouth, and so they said no.
Elon Musk.
You got to inhale. You got to get in your mouth and then inhale. So I saw the smoke come out, and then I inhaled and it went in, and that was it. The music came on, the Jimi Hendrix the stuff came on, and the whole room changed, and I was like, oh shit, I have to drive home now.
Oh.
So I stopped off at the gas station because it was with Wilbert. You remember Wilbert?
Yes. See, I didn't know he was your friend. And
I
thought
Wilbur was
after
my
you guys were
manager.
married.
My manager at Taco Mayo. He's a 40-year-old black dude living with his living girlfriend on the college campus.
Yeah, you was always going fishing with
UCO.
them, weren't you?
We went fishing,
Okay.
but we weren't fishing. So he told me told me how to inhale it, and I did, and I went and got the Visine, and I remember walking through the gas station, just totally stoned, and they knew it.
Paranoid,
Everybody was
probably.
looking at me. I got the Visine, and that's all
You
I
were
bought.
paranoid,
Oh,
huh?
big time. And I went to the car. I don't put anything in my eye. I hate things going in my eye. And I just squirted that shit all over my face.
That's weird.
And then I went straight home, and you both were up in the living room.
Wait, no, yeah.
Why? But
Why?
So I just went and I tried to be cool. I just sit down. I was like, so I just remember sitting down and be like,
You remember that?
and just looking around.
No.
And you kept on trying to talk to me, and I'm like, I don't remember what I don't remember what it was, but I was so trying to maintain so hard. And then I was like, and whatever, I got out of it, and I went upstairs, went to bed. But that's all I remember of that moment. But I always had hemp seeds as a kid, and I had chemistry sets, so I would
Magnifying glass and
yeah. So the flea market in Oklahoma, in Oklahoma City, they had this guy who would sell like all hemp stuff, but he had these pins with marijuana seeds in them, but they're hemp seeds. But anyways, so the pins wrote green and whatnot. It was kind of cool. But I went home. I took those seeds, and a couple of them I sprouted, and a couple of them I put in the glass vials. I heated up the vial, and I inhaled the vapors from the vial with a actual with one of the rubber tubes and the stopper. I literally vaporized those hemp seeds. That was my first actual
Did it work?
cannabis experience. I
So
don't
was
know.
that before?
Mom found him and flipped the fuck out.
Yeah, I remember that ink pen.
But you found the seeds in the
Yeah.
vial too that I heated up.
But it was just hemp.
Yeah, it was nothing. But
They were seeds. I mean, they were like
exactly,
hemp.
there were seeds.
Back-
She's flipping the fuck out.
But back
Sunflowers.
then,
seed.
hemp was, we thought hemp was, weed.
Yeah.
You
People still do.
You still do.
Well, kind of, yeah.
But yeah, I think I don't know. I got some major trouble for that one, and then you told me I couldn't go back there, and then I kind of rebelled, and I went back there, and I bought a hemp leaf necklace, and I took it apart, and I put the leaves all over my car. Do you remember on the dashboard? I put those hemp leaves on the dashboard.
I don't remember that.
Oh,
Was
yeah.
it the blue card?
Yeah. My blue card said "Goes Bump in the Night" with
Yes.
a strobe light on the back. Yeah.
Wow.
It didn't say that when we bought it for him, Haley.
Yeah.
You're probably what, a junior in high school then, or senior maybe?
Yeah, well, I moved out when I was still in
It was
a
right-
junior. I was fixing to start.
That was the summer
senior
before you
year,
could be
yeah.
senior year.
So yeah, that was 16-ish, 15-ish, or 16 going on 17. So I moved out 17 going on 18. Yeah.
Oh, I thought it was 18 going on 19.
No, I was married
August,
to her. I got
yeah.
married.
It was
I got
August.
married in July of '99, and that was I was 18 then.
You got married at 18?
Yeah.
I thought you guys got married at 19.
I was thinking a
No,
little
April was
older.
19. I was 18. So I would have graduated in May of that year, and we got married in July, but I finished that school year. I don't know if I finished. I left early.
I
I
just
was
think you were
done.
1 year
I think
younger
you guys
than
went-
what Haley
yeah, I
is
think you
right
went to school,
now.
like,
You
till
got married.
November, didn't you?
1 year younger than your daughter.
Yeah,
You got married.
yeah. And that's what I'm saying. That's what Haley was saying about grandma. Her grandma being 19 with a 5-year-old, or mom being 19 with a 1-year-old. And me being 19 with a 1-year-old, and she's over here going on her first date Saturday.
Saturday.
She's 19. I'm so proud
Saturday.
of my granddaughter.
I have kept this kid off the pole. I've kept her away from dates. I've kept her everywhere I possibly could. And tomorrow
Now
is
you're
the first date.
You're gonna be there with her first date, right? You're gonna be there watching every moment.
I have an app for that.
Oh, okay.
No, you're good. He already asked
So,
for permission.
That is right.
This guy came to our store, met with Haley's mom, and
Well,
asked for
first he-
permission
Yeah, first he came as a customer
to you.
to me, and then the next day Mama was there.
And
And
he called.
Yeah, and he thought I was gonna be there. And he
Mama,
was,
you want to give us your side of the story on that part?
oh yeah.
You want to chime in? Turn your mic over there.
I'm
What
surprised.
happened?
I'm surprised that Nana's not going to be here tomorrow to
Yeah.
stay an extra day to chaperone.
She will.
chaperone
Right.
this.
If I could.
So
Anyway.
he calls up to the store.
So he calls up to the store and basically says that he wants to take her to dinner
Take her to dinner.
And
But at first he thinks it's you. She's you,
McDonald's.
right?
sort of. I mean,
He asked for the lady.
That's for the lady of the house.
yeah, he asked for the lady, and
But he doesn't know that he's talking to my mother.
Right. So you are the lady.
yeah,
So you say this is the lady.
yeah, and then he's like, oh, well, are you the lady from yesterday? And I was like,
You were alive yesterday, yes.
yeah.
So the kid's awkward as fuck already.
He's very awkward.
No, but he says, oh, well, I was looking for the lady from yesterday. I was wanting to take her to dinner.
Take her to dinner.
And I laughed like really hard and really inappropriately because
This is her mom.
this is-
This is our daughter's first
he
date.
was calling her the lady, and then the phone died. It got very staticky and died.
Oh, he keeps bringing that up. He thinks you did it very intentionally.
So the phone's all stacky. She's going, I can't hear you. Hang up.
What? I can't. What? Oh.
You're breaking up. So you ditch her boyfriend.
Yeah, so the phone cut out, and I don't know, like 15 minutes goes by, and then this kid shows up at the door with like a big cowboy hat on and boots. And,
So he's dressed in full cowboy gear.
yeah, and he told me on the phone, by the way, before we got disconnected, that he was from Oklahoma. So
Cowboy
I saw,
country.
Right. The moment I saw him at the door, I was like, yeah, that's the
So,
guy.
so you knew him when he walked in.
And I said, I let him in, and he's like, yeah, hi, I was on the phone with you, and I was like, I didn't hang up on you. Like, that's the first time.
Why don't you call him up and invite him to this podcast?
No.
That's how he's gonna meet me the first time.
Oh my God! If he's anxious before.
Yeah, look at mom over there freaking out. She's still red. She's been on it for an hour already. So, but you approve of him, mom? You think he's a good guy for our daughter?
He seems nice. Like, he's insistent on permission. Like, he waited for an answer.
So he's not gonna be a Me Too. He's gonna get.
Please don't
He's
say
gonna get
that.
consent. My daughter here. Now she's getting all red and anxious. What? Wrong pass. I'm sitting there trying to pass it to her.
And
I'm on camera right now.
we talked for 30 minutes about, I know everything about him. I know he has a cat,
Therapy cat.
a therapy cat, and I know the cat's name.
Michael's
I
gonna
know
love
that-
this guy.
I
that
know.
He has a Meemaw.
And he's watching this right now.
No.
Oh, is he your Facebook friend?
No,
It's wholesome. It's not bad.
he's a good
He's,
guy.
he's wholesome.
Well, that's cool. Well, I will meet him.
Stay tuned. We'll know more about him after tomorrow.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
Apparently,
really, stay
I'm gonna
tuned.
meet the mom now. I'm like, I don't know about all that, man.
Yeah,
With
Eric,
my colored hair, my tattoos, my piercing. She's gonna hate me.
yeah, you're not good for her, son.
I know.
You better put on a full like
Yeah.
Yeah.
with a little Jane vape symbol. Yeah, the little, yeah,
Very
yeah.
conservative.
The little buttons on the wrist all the way down.
Yeah.
The
Oh
little
my
frills.
God! What if I did wear my super long skirt?
Yeah,
I
you should
probably
wear her
should.
because you're going square dancing, right?
Yeah.
So you're gonna need something like
Better
that.
get you a cowboy hat.
Yeah.
I do have one.
There you go.
Carrie Davis says hi. You remember
Hi,
Carrie. Yes,
Yeah.
I remember Carrie.
Yeah.
Hi,
So-
Carrie.
She's watching us right now. So they say hi. So yeah.
Back in Oklahoma.
Yeah. So she's watching you get high on Toking Today. No. But she's in Oklahoma now. She's got
Everybody's from Oklahoma
the
over here.
medical marijuana access there, so we need to get there. Haley wants to get there.
And you're going to be there in
I wanna
what,
see
2 weeks?
Emily.
You
I
think?
think so. Haley wants to run our Oklahoma division there, huh?
Yeah. I'm trying to get Emily to work for us.
Emily, her best friend from
I think it'd
Oklahoma,
be good
grade
for her.
school,
12 years. 13 years.
13 years. That's most of her life.
13 years.
That's older than Nanny was when she had you.
Hey, I never.
Nanny.
Oh,
Nanny.
and
Yeah, I was just kidding. That was a callback.
It's called-
We could send Nana back up to Oklahoma, let her work for you too.
Just put her on the farm. It should be smoking
actually,
up all
she
of our
can come back
product.
with us, and I literally put her to work at the ranch.
Yeah, I think our farm is more fun than your ranch.
I don't want to deal with
Yeah, but
naughty
the
kids.
Weather's a lot nicer in Florida than it is in Oklahoma right now.
Yeah, but that's when you just take a little cannabis and everything becomes nicer. Just the little rainbows come out, the Jimi Hendrix comes on, like I was talking about earlier, and it just gets a little better. You don't have to worry about the weather.
There
It
you go.
is what it is. There's a tornado, whatever. Thunderstorms, the lights go out. We got candles. It's cool.
I'm on a beach right now,
It's
bro.
fine. It will be better tomorrow. Always. Well, guys, do you have anything you want to ask me before we sign off, or before we get too far into down the rabbit hole?
Well, I don't. You think of anything?
No,
Mom?
thank you for having us on.
Was
Yeah,
it-
thanks
was it a
for having
fun-
us on.
we got a good
and,
little
We're
conversation.
headed back to the
It's
big
a-
Florida tomorrow, so we'll
Been an
America's
experience.
dick. Alright.
back to the sunny state, beaches, more beaches in Florida.
Yeah. We'll have to come down soon. Once we get stable in the businesses and have the employees that can handle it, we'll come down for a vacation and visit. And,
There's
That'd be
a
great.
Salvador Dali Museum in Tampa.
well,
Like,
now I'm
take-
coming.
Well, I
Disney
know.
World, fucking Epcot, fuck that. Salvador Dali Museum,
Well, I'm
I am
thinking about
sold.
I'm thinking about my granddaughter, so I think she would enjoy it. So
I do actually really want to.
You would rather see that than Universal Studios Florida?
Yeah. Actually.
Yeah, you would. Michael would not.
Oh my god, the souvenirs.
I wonder what the Mummy ride is like at Universal Studios Florida. If
I
it's
want to do
different.
the new Harry Potter ride.
So we
Horses.
did. Oh, so I'm gonna tell you a story.
Yeah, tell her the story.
You want to know the first time Michael got high?
Michael, Michael.
Michael, your grandson.
Let's hear the
No.
story.
Okay. So well,
I don't wanna hear
is
it.
this incriminating? Should we do this? Yeah, here we
Just
go.
do it. It's
So-
hilarious.
So check this out.
How old was he?
He's 16. He's his 16th birthday. We're going to Universal for his birthday. So if you don't go to Universal on a VIP tour, you're not going to Universal. You're wasting your time in line. It's a fucking stupid time. VIP tour. It's worth every penny. You cut all the lines. You go to the back doors of everything. You get to see some amazing stuff, and you get ride as many rides as you want. Like you're in the front of the line all the time. It's
Right.
amazing.
Wow.
So that's what we did for his birthday. So the VIP tour. So before we go, I always eat these gummies. They're 100 milligrams in a bag. There's 10 pieces in them. I always eat a whole bag. That's me. But April, she only eats like one or two, and she's pretty good, right? So I had these gummies, and I was like, "Hey, Mike, you want a gummy before we go to Universal for your birthday?" And I had two in my hand. I was gonna eat one. I was gonna give him one. And he goes, "Yeah," and he takes them both and just eats them. So
Two of
he
them,
just
huh?
he just ate both of them like immediately before I could say anything. And I'm like, okay. No. He took a hero's dose his first time. That's fine. And I ate the rest of the bag. Well, actually, I ate a couple and took the bag with me. And so we get to Universal, and I'm going through security. I'm putting all the stuff out of my pockets, and I have the bag of gummies with me, and I put it in the little thing. And I'm filming live Facebook Live. and
Yeah,
talking
I
about it.
watched this half of.
And they're like, "What's that?" And I'm like, "Oh, it's just my gummies. It's no big deal." Like, "You can't have that in here." I'm like, "What do you mean? It's my medicine." And they're like, "You can't have that in here." I'm like, "I'm not smoking anything. It's not weed." And they call like the cops and security, and everything comes over. I'm like, "Fuck!" So
Just eat.
So I'm like, "Okay, fine." So I'll go throw them away. I'll leave. So me and him, we get out of the security line. We go around. I just eat the fucking bag and I throw the bag away. I say, "Hey, whatever's left in there," and I throw the rest away. And we go back through security, and they're all watching me. They got the dogs out. Fuck off. So we go through there, and I ate all my gummies. I'm feeling okay. We're going through all the rides. We're at the the VIP tour. When you get there, you go and meet in the special room, and they have like hors d'oeuvres and food and everything like that. And if you know anything about edibles, they really don't kick in until you eat something. And so so he's fine up until this point. And we eat breakfast, and he's fine. And then we go on the first little ride thing. They're talking about. Then the second thing we go to is Harry Potter World. and the big new Harry Potter ride. So this big castle.
And he was so excited for
This
it.
is what he's looking forward to. So we go in the back of the castle. So we're not going in the front entrance like everybody else goes. We're going through the back, and so we're going through like this hall is like all these pictures and like paintings and stuff that everybody else doesn't get to see that we get to see. It's a special thing. And as we're doing this, like the faces are talking to you, they start changing, and they start to come alive, and things. And I'm walking through. I'm feeling pretty good now, and my whole bag's kicking in, and we're walking through. And it's a tour. There's people with us. So it's not just me and him. There's a group of people, like at least 15 other people with us, and we're in the front of it, and I'm walking along, and there's nobody behind me now.
Oh.
So I go back and I look, and Michael is just standing there, and there's everybody behind him, and it's inside the castle. It's completely it's pretty dark. It's not pitch black, but it's very, very, very dark, and there's nobody else around.
And he already has eye problems.
So he can't see. So I go and find him. I go, Mike, are you okay? Are you here? And he goes, is this the hospital? He thought he passed out, and we took him to the hospital.
Oh, really?
I'm like, nobody, we gotta walk, we gotta go. And he starts walking. He already having trouble walking, etc. So we walk through the whole thing, and I'm trying to rush him. I'm trying to pushing him, through the thing. And we're passing everybody, and we're doing the thing, and we get to the front of the deal. And this ride, it's a movie. Now, never stops moving. It's constantly moving. And in order for that to happen, the floor is constantly moving. Oh. So you have to get on a moving floor and match up with the thing and jump on the moving ride. And he is tripping out pretty hard right now. And so the floor is moving. I get him on there. We get on the thing. It takes off, and we start flipping around, flying through the deal. And so you're flying in like this. There's four seats. It's like a robotic type arm thing, but there's screens in front of you, and you're flying to different screens, and there's different scenes happening, and you feel like you're in a 4D type atmosphere, and it's like getting you 90 degrees above the ground, and the screen's moving with you, and everything's happening, and you really feel like you're in this moment. And all of a sudden it goes and everything goes black, and it stops. And then the lights come on, the emergency lights, and we're just sitting in front of this gray screen, hanging like 90 degrees vertically. And I reach over to him. I say, "How you doing, Mike?" He goes, "I feel more in control than I did before." I go, "Right now, you feel more in control than you did before." He goes, "Yeah." I go, "Okay."
He manifested that. He's like, just make it stop, make it stop.
And so we hang there for about 10 minutes, and then after the ride gets back going, and then we end it, and we go get some butterbeer, and he comes back down, but he was pretty messed up there for a minute, but it took him a minute to get through it, but it just happened to kick in at the right moment.
So did he know what you were offering him was going to do that to him? I mean, did he know
he knows, yeah, I mean, he knows edibles and cannabis and all that, but he didn't realize
how much he was taking,
the potency of them at the time. He doesn't do edibles, or he doesn't do cannabis at all now. He's afraid of it. He's like his dog did the same thing.
Oh yeah, but
what?
Chewy ate a big brownie when we first got him, and now he doesn't trust any food that we give him because he got too high. He was high for a week. That dog.
A week, like for real.
As a puppy, it was not good.
Wow.
We didn't give it to him. He took it.
Yeah, that was his fault. But yeah, so they're both afraid of marijuana for personal experiences. They don't trust anything that we give them. They both sniff it.
Oh wow!
So that was that. So
if it's made at home, he doesn't eat. If it's brought in, he'll eat.
Yeah.
So did Nick tell you he used to sell me weed in college when he was in
That
school?
he used to sell you?
Yeah, and then he was April's hookup while I was gone too.
When was this? Like
when we were in Edmond, when they were living there with Jenny.
where was he? Where was Nick at?
He was in
OKC.
college. He was in
UCL.
UCO.
Yeah,
Yeah,
lived on Bryant Place.
yeah.
No, of course he doesn't gonna tell me that.
He was the shadiest dealer. You met her at an IHOP. Like he was the shadiest dealer. He's like, yeah, he was the worst.
Yeah,
He used to sell it to you and to you?
Yeah.
He had me meet him behind IHOP, wearing a hoodie with sunglasses on.
He was wearing a hoodie.
With sunglasses.
Yeah.
This is your husband's brother.
Yes. And
Their son.
He would knock on the window, and he's like, "Hey, you got the money?" Like,
Like a movie.
So yeah.
Nick, are you
All right.
watching this, Nick? I
He's
want to
not.
know.
But yeah, so
You deny it.
he omitted those parts. Huh?
Well, he told us his story about him first time he smoked there.
But he got arrested with marijuana. He
Yeah.
got busted for the
Yes, he
weed.
did.
So there's no secret there.
Yeah.
But he was over 21.
So
I'm just saying. He was
that's when he
his
got
own-
arrested.
That's right.
I
Anyways.
think he got it expunged from his record.
Oh, yeah.
though, after.
He did everything he was supposed to do.
When was his first time he got high though?
He didn't tell us. We asked him that not too long ago, and he didn't tell us the exact. He didn't tell us
What was
the
that?
age. He just told us
Was it in Saudi or
that he
Oman?
did not do it when he was at boarding
Right.
school because
Boarding
he was holding some for a girl, and they had room checks that day,
Oh, he got
and,
trouble
and he
there.
got kind of like I guess it was like kicked out
Got
when he went
kicked-
to
well, he
Mathis.
got kicked
But
out.
but he said Zach used to do it all the time.
Yeah,
and
him and Zach
blamed
smoked weed.
Matha. Zach blamed. Matha didn't believe him when Zach got caught that it was Zach's and not Nick's.
I was both theirs.
So but he said he wasn't smoking at
Yeah, he
that
was.
time.
They used to go around looking for cigarette butts just to find cigarettes that they could find on the ground and stuff. They were smoking anything they could find. It's- yeah. But yeah, so he's got 2 kids now. He's got a good job, a wife, not smoking weed, huh? He's straight, right?
He's not gonna tell his mom.
I think he can't with his job now, right?
I hope he's not that.
He's got to be professional. He can't be toking today with us, huh?
Yeah, you'll be
Thanks
flying
for
overseas
thinking
here
of it.
before long.
Yeah, you gotta watch this and just be jealous. Can't have any of this chocolate oranges with us. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, anyways, well, guys, we can cut it off. If you,
Well, it's been a pleasure talking to you, Chad.
I appreciate you guys coming out and visiting. It was a good Christmas, late
Yes.
Christmas that we
Thank
had.
you so much. It
New
was
Year's.
a wonderful surprise Christmas dinner on New Year's Day.
Let's
Yeah.
don't
Wasn't
make it so
expecting
long
and
on
all
the next
the
visit.
many wonderful presents. Thank you all.
Yeah,
It was
glad
very
you guys.
special. Thank you.
Thank you for today and
Yeah, well,
treating me.
thank you for spending the day with me.
And you need
Yeah.
to jump on an airplane, come see us in Florida sometime, young lady.
Yeah, buy my ticket.
Yeah, buy my ticket.
That's all it takes.
Well, you gotta hire us an employee too, because
Yeah.
we can't lose her too soon. But yeah,
Get my stand in.
yeah, we gotta find her a stand-in.
There you
Get
go.
get a temporary person that doesn't know they're temporary.
Well, you got a date tomorrow night. Maybe he can stand in for you.
You might want to be going to Florida too, huh?
He might be.
No, no.
We used to do that.
No.
That's funny because we used to take my girlfriends on those types of things,
Well, you were like elementary school when we took
which is probably
girlfriends.
worse. No, we took Julie when I was like 16 to Ponca City, and
Oh, yeah, we did.
We used to take Kim places. And,
Well,
was that?
Kim, yeah, Kim would. He would probably don't remember Julie. I mean, if he's seen her, he would, but
Yeah.
probably. But yeah, we took Kim a lot of places.
yeah,
But you guys were young. I mean, again,
yeah.
young.
They're adults; they can buy their own tickets. Is what you're saying? All right. Well, cool, Mom. I appreciate you. Thanks for
Well, thanks for having us.
Thank
And,
Thank you.
we
Yeah, thanks
enjoyed
for
it.
entertaining us in your house and everything you've done.
thanks for everybody for watching, and that one
Yeah.
person who stayed in tune this whole time. It's awesome.
Yeah.
Is it
Yeah.
is it you though?
No, it's just Eric West, I think. Thanks, Eric. All right, guys. All right, everybody. Signing off.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye.